Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful night's sleep. I did. It was wonderful. Had really nice dreams. Woke up inspired to share something with you today. In the book of Genesis, as I've said. The book of Genesis is my favorite, especially the first two chapters. They are the most wonderful and the most amazing. And there's just incredible stuff going on in here that get overlooked a lot. If you read your Bible like it's a novel or something like that, instead of taking the perspective that it's what do you call it? It's a being attempting to describe to you how things work in terms and words and pictures and symbols that you can understand. If you think about it, it would be difficult for us to understand fully quantum mechanics if we've never studied quantum mechanics. And if somebody was trying to explain it to you using their terms, you wouldn't understand it. But if they were able to break it down and use language and symbols and information that you could understand at your level of understanding, then it'd be like, oh, okay, I get that. See, like we can understand waves, what a wave is. We got a basic idea what a wave is. And then particles, we can think of particles as solid things, waves as not solid things, waves as potential to become solid things. So as we're looking at this first verse in the book of Genesis, in the beginning, sorry. I'm going to have to get my vision enhancers so I can see better. In the beginning of God's creating the heavens and the earth, when the earth was astonishingly empty, with darkness upon the surface of the deep, and the divine presence hovered upon the surface of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and God separated between the light and the darkness. God called to the light day, and to the darkness he called night. This first part is just so amazing. So I've broken it down in pieces, which I will explain in different videos. So starting off here, we have in the beginning of God's creating the heavens and the earth. Okay. When the earth was astonishingly empty, with darkness upon the surface of the deep. Okay, so consider this for a moment. That the earth was astonishingly empty. What do you think that means? The earth was astonishingly empty. In some translations it says the earth was void and without form. So when we're thinking of this, what I visualize in my mind is like the ocean. You know, the ocean being without form, formless, void, nothing in it. It's nothing. It is formless. With darkness upon the surface of the deep. What is that? What is this darkness upon the surface of the deep? When we think about this, you know, you can consider that darkness. There was no light. There was nothing there. But yet there was something there. There was this emptiness. Now, the way that I view this as ether. This is the ether, that substance, that thing, that space, that stuff that's in between the stuff. The ether, that thing that holds all things. You see, I see it as that. If you imagine the ether of the thing that holds all things, you can get the idea that that's what they're talking about here. Is that with darkness upon the surface of the deep. And the deep, you know, and the earth was astonishingly empty. The ether. That potential of things being, coming into existence, was ecstatic, astonishingly empty, static, no depth, no width, nothing. But the divine presence hovered upon the surface of the waters. So the divine presence, if we think about the way that the elemental sciences work with Ayurveda or ancient Chinese medicine, we know that they use elements to describe things. Ether, air, water, fire, earth. Ether, air. If you think about that, that's what they're describing here. The ether is that which holds things. Air is the divine presence hovering over the face of the deep. The waters are the waves, the potentiality of things. And we go with earth or fire. And then earth, the solidness of things. Think of it in that order for a minute. that you have the ether, the thing that holds the things, then you have the air, the beginning of the movement. And then it makes waves with the water. And then the friction of that creates fire, which molds into earth. So, it brings me to the idea, they say that the planets became, this is ridiculous. It's completely wrong when scientists say that the reason why all the planets and things like that are in spheres is because they were pummeled by meteorites. Are you freaking crazy? What the hell? No. That isn't how you make a sphere. They're round because they're bubbles. They were all molten like water. It's bubbles. They weren't smashed into circles or spheres. It's stupid. No. It was molten. It was liquid. Then it became a sphere. Common sense there, man. Common sense. Okay. Sorry, I got a little off track there. Sometimes scientists say the stupidest things. So, I want you to consider this concept and the idea that ether, air, water, fire, earth is what they're talking about here, and what was necessary in order to create things that are solid, or at least have the appearance of solidness. Yeah, we'll get into that later. Anyway, swirl that around in your noodle for a little bit, and if you have any questions, concerns, whatever, let me know. Thanks. And until we meet again, I wish you happiness and joy and a wonderful day. I wish you well.